So when you unbox this for the first time, obviously you should get the Commander NV400 scope, eye cups, scope rings, illuminator, the micro HDMI cable, the Type-C cable, micro SD card, a sunshade cover, extended sunshade, Allen wrenches, a lens cloth, and a manual in the box. And most importantly, the battery charger.
So here's the NV400 by OneLeaf. As you see, got the rangefinder on there. So to start off with this rangefinder, which is optional in the package when you order this from OneLeaf, there is a price difference, but this is a red dot rangefinder and it measures from 5 to 1100 yards and it connects directly to your scope with 2 screws on the given rail of the scope, and you press down on the variable power button to turn the rangefinder on and off, seeing the icons with the little box and circle in the center, and the flag will appear on the screen. If there is no symbol, then your rangefinder is not on. With the illuminator that comes in this package deal, it has an adjustable focus ring with indicators on the body of the illuminator to let you know it's on during the dark. You unscrew the tail cap to take out the battery for it to be charged, and the actual power button is on the tail of, and then you click the button cycling through the power levels 1, 2, and 3, which are indicated on the illuminator itself. And the hardware to mount the illuminator comes with the OneLeaf. It's a quick release system mount that goes directly on the scope ring or the rail where the rangefinder can go if you do not order it. And the actual manual goes in detail on how to adjust everything out. You have your zoom adjustable knob, and you can use that to press down and change through your settings, and you can click it to show your range with the rangefinder connected. And your battery compartment's right here. For the small battery, you have a large battery in here. They are allowed to be interchangeable with the different caps. You have your options here for your different modes. You can turn that off. You can turn the star night on. So star mode is when it's kind of light outside, and you can see it's not the best option in my opinion, but it's a really dark night too, so turn the night vision on. So here I have the illuminator on, and this is at 1 magnification. Let's see here. So that's saying that the fence post is around 126 meters. Go back to day mode. Brightness settings. Got your focus ring. Got your picture and record button here.
The NV400 records video in 4K at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, or in 2K at 30 frames per second, or FHD at 30 frames a second. With enabled playback, so you can watch the video clips through the scope without taking the SD card out or hooking it up for display. Also, photo resolution 48 megabytes, 24 megabytes, 12 megabytes, or 8 megabytes, all on the onboard SD card.
Got your focus down here, your objective with your lens cover, and then most importantly, there's your power button. You got to hold it down to turn it on and hold it down to turn it off. And then on this side, you have the actual USB hookup, and your micro USB card is already in there. So you can hook it direct to charge the internal batteries, because the batteries that are removable are just backups. And you can use the USB-C to see the files on the micro SD without removing it, or you can use the mini HDMI cord to view all the files as well. Pretty neat system, actually. Or you can take the card out that's included with this scope. Everything's included for the price point. Definitely an interesting deal, and it works. Now, when you start to mount your scope for the very first time with the rings provided, you have to know exactly what platform you're going to be mounting it to. As you see here with the rings, they have the locking lugs, and usually that means they are only good for a Picatinny rail. So be careful on what you're mounting it to, and make sure that the rings fit before starting to mess with the scope. That way you can get everything mounted correctly.
The NV400 comes equipped with the Ultra HD 4K Sony sensor, which makes the resolution so great in the scope, clarity, and precise. Another feature that is pretty much standard in digital scopes is the one-shot zero system, where you take a shot and then you follow your point of impact and your reticle shifts over, and then you save the option for that specific load or caliber or rifle, and they give you 6 different saving options. And speaking of options, this scope is jam-packed with different options for whatever needs that may be, and very user-friendly. And one of those options are reticle choices. You could change the reticle to 7 different reticles and 5 different colors. Also, you can set this up to be either a second focal plane or a first focal plane system. Here's another wild feature that this scope includes is the picture-in-picture mode, where you sit there and have your zoom backed out and it puts a picture on top of the scope box zoomed in 2 times, so you can make an accurate shot and still have a wide angle view of everything in the surrounding area. I mean, that is crazy. So now we're back to the basic stuff that usually is included in digital scopes: the compass and the gyroscope, which helps you actually to level the scope on the gun and check if the gun's level or not, all that good stuff. Very nice features. Awesome scope. I've had it for a while. I truly appreciate OneLeaf for reaching out to me and asking me to review this setup. Definitely one of the best day and night scopes I've ever seen. I have an ATN, which I might do a comparison video of. Far as I could tell, though, they are both really neck and neck, even though both have their own individual features. But OneLeaf, in my opinion, has come a far way, and they knocked it out of the park with this system. Definitely check out this scope, and when you do get one, if you get one, make sure you go through the manual thoroughly, and you can change every setting on the scope that you want pretty much. The sky's the limit, really. I mean, that's the way they set it up, and I really like that, because then you could customize the scope the way you want, whether it's the reticle, whether it's the second focal plane, or first focal plane, doesn't matter. I mean, you could do anything, really. Like I said, the sky's the limit, and just some awesome features packed into the scope for the price point that it can't be beat. Now, you can get this directly from their website, and I believe they also have it available on Amazon. But I'll put the link in the description below if you're very interested in this setup. Again, I've enjoyed it, and I've had it for over a month, and I really like using it, because then I can either shoot during the daytime with it, or I could practice at night with my air guns if I want, or I could put it on a rimfire or centerfire and take it out and do some long-range varmint hunting whenever I get the chance, or anything like that. So Thanks again. Hope to see you guys on the next one.